Hello, everyone. This is author Lily Porter, and I'm going to be reading to you from my book, Mystery in Maple Falls. Prologue, Mina. She was hiding under the table when he found her, knees tucked up against her chest, crying quietly. She remembered both hoping that someone would find her, but also wishing that they wouldn't. If they didn't find her, then they couldn't convince her it was real. Grief was a hard thing for 12-year-old Mina to grasp. Honestly, grief is a hard thing for anyone to grasp. There you are. I've been looking all over for you, Max said. Your dad is trying to find you. I don't want to go, Mina sniffled, wiping at her eyes. I don't want to stand up there and watch the video and get hugged by a bunch of strangers. It will only make me miss her harder. Instead of grabbing her and pulling her from her hiding spot, which he would have been able to do even at that age, he climbed under there with her. She leaned her head on his shoulder and he wrapped an arm around her. I'm sorry, Minnie Mouse. Mina nodded against his shoulder, afraid that if she opened her mouth, then she wouldn't be able to get the words out around the tears that were thick in her throat. It didn't matter, though. They had always been able to pick up on what the other was feeling, and this time wasn't any different. I miss her, too. I loved her, too, he whispered. I know, Mina managed to whisper back, linking her fingers with his free hand. Hiding under here won't bring her back. She knew that, too, but she hated that he had to say that out loud. We picked out some good pictures for the video, he reminded her. Mina sniffled again, but there was a laugh in there, too. We sure did, lots of happy, funny ones. Those photos weren't hard to come by. They were a dime a dozen. Mina's mom had the best sense of humor, even when the cancer hit. She kept everyone around her going. Who would do that now? We'll see her again one day, Minnie. In heaven, we'll all be together again. You know that, and God will take care of her for us until then. Remember what Philippians says. Philippians 4:13, that's what he was referring to. It was their favorite verse. In their immature child state of mind, they used to sit on the swings together and think up all the things that they would be strong enough to do with God's help. Some of the ideas were practical, but they certainly ranged to the fantastical and humorous as well. They used to laugh for hours about some of the things they thought up, like bench pressing 10 horses and 1 unicorn. Like usual, the reminder was just what Mina needed. If God was on her side, she could certainly make it through a 15-minute video honoring her mother and her life. Oh, okay, I guess I can go up there. And you know what, Minnie Mouse? His fingers squeezed hers, giving her strength. What, Maximilian? I'll go up there with you and hold your hand the whole time. The whole time, she asked, finally looking up from her knees and meeting his eyes. He smiled down at her and nodded. Mina held up her pinky finger, and Max wrapped his gently around it before resting his forehead against hers. The whole time, Pinky promised, Max reassured. And that's what he did. It was something Mina repeated for him when they lost his sister 3 years later to a drunk driver. Max and Mina had been the best of friends before this, but there was just something about him standing there holding her hand on that most sorrowful of days that felt different, deeper, stronger, unbreakable. Oh, if only.